So first of all, I mean, the question really to ask is why go to the bother of measuring 3D? Why measure flows in 3 dimensions? And the plain fact is that most flows that are really interesting are 3-dimensional, they're turbulent and they're unsteady. And they occur across a very large range of scales, from tiny scales up to huge environmental scales. Also, by measuring 3D, the measuring in 3D would hopefully access the possibilities to fully measure the velocity gradient tensor in 3 dimensions, both the rotational components and the strain rates. And then for additional derived quantities like turbulent kinetic energy, if you have velocity information through a whole volume and in 3 components, you have that possibility. Also the measurement of the full vorticity vector. And this is a set of tomographic measurements of a small jet into water. And by calculating the vorticity, we can then plot out equivorticity surface. And this adds a new dimension to visualizing the flow, and also useful for comparison with code. The other thing is that with fully resolved 3-dimensional measurements, we've got the possibility to look at the full instantaneous 3-dimensional structure of turbulence and coherent structures, which can be quite different than a 2-dimensional projection of these. So if you do 2-dimensional or single camera PIV or even stereo PIV, you might be taking a slice through a 3-dimensional structure. There's a lot of ambiguity, there's difficulty in actually interpreting these results. But if you measure in fully 3 dimensions, you can plot out these equivorticity surfaces and visualize the full structure. The other interest in making fully 3-dimensional measurements is that CFD models are invariably 3-dimensional. They generate a huge amount of data, which is fully 3-dimensional. And to do a proper or multi-point comparison, it's necessary to have fully 3-dimensional data. And this is some measurements that Doug Neal did. These are CFD calculations, and on the right here are some measurements made using PIV, just 2D PIV.